The air in the upscale Lagos apartment always smelled of ambition and expensive leather, but to Jasmine, it was the scent of a gospel she lived by. For years, she had preached her own sermon on the harsh realities of love and money. The refrain was drilled into the minds of her closest friends, delivered with the sharp, unblinking conviction of a survivor. Jasmine, her best friend would declare, a warning in the name. Don't ever build with a man. If he doesn't have money, leave him. This wasn't mere snobbery, it was an existential question to her. What is a man without money? She'd challenge. Will love pay rent? Will love fill a pot with soup? Will love fuel a car? In her heart, the answer was a resounding, cynical no. This conviction was the foundation of her entire worldview, a simple, brutal equation. It was better to cry in a Bentley while sipping juice than to laugh on a bicycle with an empty stomach. She wasn't interested in potential, she was only interested in proof. Men who were hustling, men with a vision but empty pockets, were all dismissed, their genuine efforts seen as an inconvenient delay. Jasmine wanted the finished product, a luxury good, not a work in progress. This mindset was the invisible armor she wore, protecting her from the poverty of patience and the risk of building from scratch. It was a flawless plan until life, in its infinite wisdom, decided it was time for a lesson in humility. Then, like a perfectly wrapped gift, Daniel arrived. He was the embodiment of Jasmine's checklist. Tall, fine, his clothes permanently imbued with the scent of luxury. His wealth wasn't earned, it was inherited, a fact he wore like an untouchable shield. He spoke with the casual confidence of someone for whom money was an inconvenience to be thrown at a problem, never the problem itself. One day I'll just go to your parents, settle everyone and you'll be my wife, he'd promise, a lazy smile playing on his lips. Money is nothing. Jasmine would blush, the sound of his easy assurance like a melody. This is why rich men are better, she'd rationalize. They don't waste your time. While the poor men were tied down for 5 years, still searching for capital, Daniel could secure her future with a single, quick transaction. She mistook his financial ease for commitment, his indifference for certainty. She had successfully traded the time she despised for the security she craved. The illusion shattered on a cool evening. Jasmine walked into Daniel's opulent home, her heart light, her smile ready, only to freeze in the living room doorway. 2 girls, brazenly comfortable, lounged on his sofa. They were wearing his expensive polo shirts and tiny bum shorts, their legs crossed like co-owners of the property, their laughter echoing as they scrolled through his phone. Daniel, who are these? Jasmine asked, the calm she was fighting for barely holding her voice steady. He glanced up, entirely unconcerned, and poured himself a drink. Oh, them? I was bored. So, I called them to come and warm up the house. Jasmine blinked. Warm up the house. He smirked, his eyes cold and predatory. Yes. That's the joy of being rich. You can buy any woman you want. If today I decide I want 10 of you, I will get it. The casual cruelty of his words struck her like a physical blow. Before she could articulate her outrage, before she could even utter a syllable of protest, he turned on her, his voice suddenly sharp and commanding. Shut up. Are you the one that gave me money? What right do you have to talk to me? Everything is buyable in this world, even you. The 2 girls erupted in harsh, mocking laughter, pointing at Jasmine as if she were a pathetic circus act. Humiliation was a bitter, metallic taste in her mouth. Her eyes stung, but pride kept the tears at bay. In that moment, her dream of the Bentley and the juice became a suffocating, golden cage. That was her exit cue, the undeniable sign she should have walked away. But the sunk cost fallacy was a powerful anchor. 1 year of my life is already invested, she told herself. I can't just walk away. She stayed, clinging to the naive hope that her love could somehow purify his character. It was a fool's errand. Daniel never changed. When his temper flared, he would smash her phone, only to instantly replace it with a newer, more expensive model, as if money could magically mend the deep, escalating cracks in her heart. He shrieked insults at her in public and whispered reminders of his ownership in private. If I want, I can buy your entire family. She grew weary. Tired of the constant yelling. Tired of the naked disrespect. Tired of being treated not as a partner, but as a high-value piece of property he was free to mistreat. One quiet morning, she woke up, and the deep, pervasive silence in her soul was her answer. It was time to leave. He came begging, of course, a deluge of gifts, flowers, and cash following her decision. But this time, Jasmine had found a voice that money couldn't silence. She said no. For an entire year, Jasmine poured all the energy she had wasted on Daniel into rebuilding herself. She focused on her character, healing the wounds of her heart, and painstakingly changing the ingrained, toxic mindset about love and life. The chase for the finished product was replaced by a deep appreciation for the process of growth. It was in this period of genuine transformation that the universe decided to intervene. At a shopping mall, a young man ahead of her paid for his items and walked off, leaving his wallet on the counter. Jasmine, acting on instinct, grabbed it and hurried after him, but he was gone as if he had simply vanished into thin air. Puzzled, she checked the wallet, found his ID, and decided she would call him later. The first call didn't connect. The next day, it did. Their conversation was brief but warm. She explained about the forgotten wallet, and the man on the other end, relief in his voice, exclaimed that he had searched everywhere. He was in Lagos, he explained, but would call her back once he returned. A week later, the promised call came. His voice was genuinely grateful. "Wow, thank you so much. Not everyone would have done this. Please pardon me, what's even your name? I'm so sorry I didn't ask the last time." "Ifioma," she replied. There was a noticeable pause, a frozen beat of silence. "That's my mother's name," he finally said, his voice soft with emotion. "I lost her 2 years ago." Jasmine's heart went out to him, and she offered sincere condolences. They talked for a while longer, and she couldn't deny the immediate, palpable spark between them. His name was Ifidiora. Her name was Ifioma. What a connection, she thought, a genuine, joyful laugh bubbling up from a place that had been dry for too long. This was the beginning of her new life. Ifidiora was not a man who inherited his wealth, he was building it. But more importantly, he possessed something Daniel could never buy: peace. He was genuinely kind, thoughtful, respectful, and most beautifully, godly. He knew how to talk, when to listen, and how to love without making her feel small or inferior. Together, they started an online relationship goal platform where Jasmine, now Ifioma, shared her experience, using her past as a cautionary tale to reform the mindsets of other women. Sharing her story changed narratives. Together, they were building not just a life, but an empire rooted in mutual respect and true partnership. She married her Ifidiora, and today, she is the happiest woman. She confesses that marriage is truly beautiful when you enter it with the right mindset. Laughter on the bicycle, she finally understood, was infinitely more valuable than the tears in the Bentley. My take. Money can buy luxury, but it cannot buy peace of mind. A rich man without character is poverty in disguise. Never let anyone make you feel like you are buyable. True love values you, it doesn't price tag you. Your worth is inherent, not negotiable. If you see a man with vision, discipline, and will to succeed, don't turn him down simply because he is not wealthy yet. Wealth fades, but vision creates wealth and sustains it. If this story resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, Mrs. Evelyn Sampson TV, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. We encourage you to share your thoughts and your own stories of patience and faith in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep growing.